Hi friends, today we're discussing about copy data from Azure Blob storage to a SQL database by using the copy data tool. It is one of the concept in the Azure Data Factory. Okay, consider this is our example today. So copying data from Azure Blob storage to SQL database. That means CSV. This is CSV data. This CSV data we're copying into SQL table. So very simple friends. So let's go. Yeah. So I came to Azure portal. So this is home page. So when you want to create our data factory, you can search here Azure Data Factory, data factories actually. So select our data factories. Here nothing is available, so currently, so I'm creating new data factory. Okay, so I'm selecting my resource group. If no resource group, you can create new resource group here, and I'm giving Azure name. My name is I'm giving just 9868 something. You can give whatever you want. And region you select east to west. Currently I'm keeping as it is. If you want to give any, if you want to select any other region, you can select here. And version is v2, should be select version v2. And networking advanced and tags, these are all I'm keeping the same. If you want to give some tags, you can give. So I'm giving environment, for example, ADF demo. So it will be helpful when you are suppose you have more than one data factory in your um, resource group in your dashboard. You can easily understand which data factory for what. Okay, so for that help, for that segregation, these tags will helpful and easy to understand what is for what. Okay, so I'm just clicking on the review create. Okay, so clicking on create. So it will take around 30 seconds might be. Once it is created, then yes, it is created. Okay, so now we just go to resource. Fine friends, we can able to do our operations only in the our launched our Azure Data Factory Studio. So clicking on launch studio. Okay, so already we discussed. So today we are using copying tool. So this that copying tool, it is a predefined copying tool here. So for that you can select ingest. This is ingest. Friends, you know ingest means it is a taking. It's just a taking, that meaning English meaning, right? So just taking data here. So we are using built-in copy task. Okay, so and here you see some options are there. Run once, now, schedule, and tumbling window. So these are different purposes of you. Suppose if you want to schedule every day, so on particular time, if you want to execute, you can use schedule. And tumbling window is another purpose, we will explain later. So you will get single pipeline to quickly copy objects from data source store to destination in a very intuitive manner. So that is the that is the task it will be performed. Okay, I'm selecting built-in copy task now. So we will keep it now run once now. Later we can change to schedule also, that is not a problem. So I'm clicking next. Here source type, what is the source type we are using here? We already discussed we are using Azure Blob Storage, so I'm selecting Azure Blob Storage. Now we are selecting connection. So we don't have any connection. So now I'm creating new connection here for the Azure Blob Storage. So I'm just giving the Azure Blob Storage source. Okay, and here authentication type is account key I'm using, and I'm selecting Azure subscription, my Azure free subscription, and the storage name. I have two storage accounts. I'm selecting user details. Okay, now I'm clicking on create. It is similar to linked service actually. Okay, now see, now we need to specify the path of the that storage. Okay, I'm just browsing. Okay, from my storage connection. So now currently we are doing it is a data set. Okay, This is my container, user container in the blob storage, and this is my file. Okay, that's it. Okay, so the source data store. So these things are not required now here. So just clicking on next here. Okay, so based on our file, it automatically select the detected the format. So I already told to you I created. So friends, I already created um, blob storage, blob storage and container, and I already uploaded the file. Okay, see, I'm just to showing view or edit the data. So this is the data we are processing now. Fine. So I'm just closing this one. I'm going to our Azure Data Factory. So my data is delimited with the pipe symbol. Fine. And first row as header. This is important. That's it, friends. Here and just clicking on next. Now we are in the destination data store. Okay. So what is the destination? My destination is SQL database, right? So you type Azure SQL database. So Azure SQL. So you select Azure SQL database. So there is no existing connections. That means there is no linked service. Now I'm clicking on connection, new connection. This is Azure SQL database destination. Okay. Here my Azure subscription is retail and server name is, yes, this is my server name already I created. See, this is my database and this database under this server ADF SQL database server. The same thing I selected ADF SQL database server, and then we can select our database. This is my database and authentication type is SQL authentication type. So we need to give here username and password. So my username and password, just copy and pasting here. This is my username and password is, this is my password. Okay, now I'm just clicking on create. If you want to test before clicking on create, just click on test connection. Yeah, our connection is successful. Just click on create now. Yes, now database is, database connection is done. Okay, just clicking on next. Okay, to previous. Yes, so here auto create destination table with the source schema. You can use this table as a source schema, or you can go with existing tables. Okay, you can select either existing table or you can go with the auto create destination table with the source schema. Friends, we will create our own table. Okay, I'm just creating my own table. This is the script I am taking. Okay, and go to SQL database. Okay, go to query editor here. So okay, you can select this one. I'm using ADF account, Azure AD account, sorry. So I'm just creating the table. So user is existing, it is a keyword, so that's the reason it is not creating. So we can use user one, or just give some name, demo user. I'm just giving name demo user. See here we are creating cluster index, friends. So this is nothing but a primary key. If you give primary key here, it automatically get the cluster index. Okay. Other than that, nothing is there in the script. Okay. Don't worry here. Okay. I created table. My table name is demo user. Okay. So just refresh here and select our table. So my table came demo user. I've selected my user. Now I'm just clicking on the next. Yes, column mapping is initialized. You see here one error is coming because in our table So in our table, ID we added, right? This ID is not existing in the our CSV data. Okay, the ID is not existing. That is the reason this error is coming. Okay, what we need to do, we will delete this one, this column, because it's not required. Okay, but ID is there in the table, that is auto increment, automatically increment. You don't want to pass the data. Okay, here if you want to write any script, you can write here. So I will show you later in this video what is the use here. Okay, I'm just clicking on the next here. Okay, I am not modifying the names, I am leaving as it is here, just clicking on next. So this is our summary. Here we are in the summary. Okay, we just review it. Okay, task name, connection name, okay, dataset name, so file name, okay, container name. So all these things you can verify it once and click on next. So here it will show um, all the steps will be processed here, creating data sets, pipelines, running pipelines. Now we are in the, so pipelines also run successfully. If you want to monitor, click on monitor. Here you can see our pipeline. So this is our pipeline. So it is showing in progress. So if you click here, you see here. So it is executed successfully. It takes 10 seconds time. So here you see eyeglass, click there. You see it is showing clearly Azure Blob Storage region South India succeeded. Okay, Azure SQL Database East US. So this source to this destination, one file read, four rows are read here. So here four rows written four. Okay, like that, all the information is available here. Fine, friends. Okay. Next thing is we need to verify the data, right? So go to database. So delete this one. Select start from demo user. Run it. See, data is existing here. So see, you need to compare Suresh Narendra Surya Naga. We just compare Suresh Narendra Surya Naga. So data is existing and ID is we are not pushing, but it is automatically inserted because it is a auto incremented value, right? Up to this is fine, right? So next thing is, now I will show you what are the things it is we created in this video. See, if you see linked service, it is created two services. One is storage service, storage source, and SQL database destination, right? Two things are created, but we are not created. But if you see in my previous video, we created manually linked services. Then we created data sets, but you see data sets also created here. So whatever steps we perform in the copy tool, those are again segregated, which is linked service, which is dataset, like that, already segregated and published also. Okay. So if you see pipeline, so this source dataset is pointing to Azure Blob Storage Service source, and this is pointing to Azure SQL Database destination. Okay. And if you see pipeline also created. So the pipeline having the copy data. In the copy data, we have all the information here. Okay, source is pointing to our Azure storage. Okay, this is the name, and sink is the destination is pointing to SQL database. Okay, and mappings. So friends, here sink means it is pointing to data set. This is data set name. Okay, and source also same, it is a data set name. And mappings, see, this is a source, is the destination, mappings. Okay, here I want to explain one more thing. Friends, you see this screen here. So this is Azure SQL Database server actually. Okay. So what currently I'm trying to explain here, whenever we are trying to connect to database, okay, in the copy data line, so whenever trying to establish a connection to database, so we may get the error because database is not allowing to connect to That means any service it is not able to connect to database server because this option might be not checked. So if that is the case, when you are trying to connect to SQL database from Azure Data Factory or some other service, Azure service, so if it is throwing an error, please go and check this option. Allow Azure services and resources to access this server. It is not in the database, it is in the server, SQL database server. Okay, fine. Yeah, that's it, friends. Next video we'll see the triggers. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.